Former players Willard Katsande and Baloyi have joined forces to establish a company to give former footballers job opportunities. The company will also provide free complimentary burial and repatriation services for former footballers in the Southern African Development Community. Baloyi joins us now to talk to us about that. Brian, good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening to you, Kwena, and good evening to the viewers at home.
Let's start with just the idea behind this company. Tell us a little bit more as to what is the big idea behind this.
Really, the big idea behind this was we were presented with an opportunity, myself and Willard, of not only going into business, but with an opportunity again of going to business and creating jobs. And creating jobs not just for the general public, but we started when we sat with, our partners and our investors. One of the biggest things that we mentioned was we'd love to see with this opportunity how do we create jobs for former footballers, And for me, I always say footballers are salespeople. If there's jobs that we need to create for former footballers, it's sales in different forms, whether in insurance, car salesman, most of them, they can sell anything. So you just need to, upskill them and give them the skills. But again, the most important one that you mentioned as well is that we have a lot of brothers that, over the last 30, 40 years that have come to play in South Africa and they still live here. And so one of the things that we would love to help with our company is with repatriations, whether for them or their families. And so, of course, our business is focused on the SADC region.
So how does it work? As you say, sourcing and finding jobs for former footballers, is it exactly that where you identify somebody and their skills and say you can be placed in a certain company doing a certain job? So we're going to be opening branches across the country. At the moment, we have offices in 3 provinces, in Johannesburg, in Durban, and in Cape Town. And our plan is to open in all 9 provinces. But in those offices, so we plan on having former footballers as assistant managers. And we will identify and if there is, the skills that we need to impart, then we will get them to go through, that training. And so they will double as a brand ambassador, or like an assistant branch manager. And so we know that it will help us with growing the business, and more especially in their respective areas. So how then do you, do you just look at former footballers that you played with and just get into contact with them and try and bring them on board? How do you source these people, these former players? Is it just about finding them and saying, are you able to do this? Do you want to be part of this?
So we have a job spec that they will have to adhere to or, satisfy. And, so we will be doing, your interviews and to see if this is the right fit. And, and not only men, there's a lot of former Banyana players that, out there. And a lot of them, more especially former Banyana players, a lot of them that have been to varsity, have been to colleges where they have, qualifications. They're out there looking for jobs. Besides the assistant, manager and stuff, if there are jobs at our office, our head offices here in Sandton, when we see that there is someone, when there are job opportunities or openings within the company, and there are, former players that have the right qualifications, we will consider them as well.
So tell me about the social responsibility aspect. As you said, that it's not really just about business and creating opportunities, but you want to give back as part of your social responsibility. Yeah, we want to give back as the company, and so we will look for opportunities of how to give back. But already with just creating job opportunities and for our former colleagues is already one form of giving back. But as a company, we will be going into the communities that we do business in. We will look at opportunities. And another big one that I didn't mention is that our business is franchisable. So in the first quarter, we will start rolling out 2 models of franchising. We have a franchise light, which is more looking at people that already own funeral parlors, where then it will be a dual branding, and then we have a franchise where it's an out-and-out franchise. There are a lot of, I know about 2 or 3 former footballers that own funeral parlors already. So we will be looking at talking to them because our products are mainly focusing on the lower LSM, maybe LSM, maybe 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 around there, and that's where we'll be focusing on, and we'll be doing a lot of activations towards the end of this month and towards the beginning of the year, and we will be doing a lot of activations as well within the churches, within focus groups in our townships and around the country.
So you mentioned that it's you and Willard Katsande, but in terms of partnerships, who else is part of this company, or is it just you and Willard as the founding members of the company?
Yeah, it's just me and Willard, and we have other partners, equity partners in the business that are more investors and stuff. We will in due course we will be announcing who our investors and partners are within the business. Yes, but we have people that really have. So our partners is people that have been in this industry for many years. Collectively, our CEO and our group CEO and about 3 or 4 of our managers collectively, they have over 60 years of experience in the funeral industry, in the insurance industry. So we have people that have a lot of experience, and we wouldn't do this by ourselves.
And I mean, you say the insurance industry. Would one be right by saying, Bruno, that the core business then of the company is insurance?
The core business is funeral plan, but our products are some of them are a first. Some of the things that I don't see with a lot of funeral plans. All our products from the entry to the top of the range product, they come with monthly data from 1.5 gigs to all the way to about 2.5 gigs per month. A whole lot of other benefits that come with. There's a cashback. So our products where people we do the burial for you, including getting cash. Whereas a lot of them, it's either one of these 2. Where we're doing both. One of the biggest things that we're doing is the first 1,500 clients will get a soccer jersey of their choice on their birthday.
So, Bruno, before I let you go, I know the last time I spoke to you, you were talking about going for a walk for a number of days. And that walk was supposed to end today, if my memory is anything to go by.
No, we ended on the 28th. On the 28th of October, so it was for 7 days. We did finish. We did over 144 kilometers in 7 days. Yeah, and we really had fun, but we're very happy. It was very successful. We're already planning on our next one, and we already have partners that came with us on board for this, and potentially new partners that are coming on board for our next walk in March.
Brian Baloyi, thank you very much for coming through to talk to us.